Alright, so I'm making this video today to show you guys how to clean your leather boots, essentially getting the salt off of them. So if you live in a northern area where there's a lot of snow, they probably use a lot of salt outside, and this will build up on your leather boots. If you see mine right here, it's covered in salt on the front and on the sides there, all on the back. You really want to get this salt off of this, off of your leather products. And you can do this using household items. You don't need to go out and buy expensive leather cleaning products. All you really need is a bowl with some water in it, some distilled white vinegar, some olive oil, a couple of rags, and some paper towels. So your first step is, if you look at your shoe, if you have any mud on there or anything that's like you can like brush off with your hand, you want to use a paper towel and you don't want to brush it off. Mine is completely dry. Mine's really only has salt on it, so I can really skip this step. Next step is you want to fill a bowl with some water, and you want to do half water to half distilled vinegar. So that's what I'm going to do here. Some places say 2/3 water to 1/3 vinegar, a half and half is fine. You're not going to want to get your shoelaces covered in this, so just undo them completely. You can throw them in the washing machine, you can replace them, but you just have to clean those in a different way. So you want to take your rag or paper towel or cloth, or whatever you're using. You're going to dip it in there and get it wet, and you're just going to rub it on there. Now the vinegar is going to eat away at the salt, and it's going to rip it off of your shoe. So every so often you just want to keep dipping it back into the solution we made and rubbing wherever you see salt. Now the reason why you want to get the salt off of your leather is because leather is, think of it as skin, because I mean it is animal skin after all, and salt is not good for skin. It will dry it out and it will cause the leather to crack and age prematurely, and this is going to be a waste of money. Some leather boots can be hundreds of dollars, and you don't need to continuously waste money by getting new pairs. You can just take care of it better. Now already you can see just from the start how effectively that kind of removed it from the front toe there. Check back in a couple minutes when I have done more of the shoe. So we're about 10 minutes in now to cleaning this boot. Something you want to keep in mind is you don't really want to get your leather too wet, so be kind of careful when you're dipping into the solution that you made there. Really only get the parts that really need to be cleaned. Now everything is not going to come off on your first try, especially if you have boots that were as salt stained as mine were. You may need to do it 2 or 3 times. You really have to get that salt out of there because it'll affect the longevity of your boot. Now after only 5 minutes, you can see how well that boot turned out. You don't really see any salt there. It's not completely perfect. As it dries off, there may be some salt residue that ends up showing. And again, you just complete the process a couple more times, and that'll be perfect. Okay, so once you repeated that process a few times, your shoe should now be clean of all salt. It should look pretty much close to the way you bought them. At this point, what you want to do is you want to moisturize the leather to keep it from cracking. Salt's going to get in there, it's going to really dry it out. The vinegar is not going to help in moisturizing it. And the drier it is, the more easily it's going to crack, the easier it's going to break. So what you want to do is you can go to the store and you can buy actual product that they have for this. It's going to cost you between $5 and $15. It's well worth it. But in the end, you can really just use olive oil from your house. That's what I'm going to do. You're just going to put a couple drops onto a rag, like so. And you're just going to rub this clockwise, counterclockwise, into your boot. And all it's going to do is it's just going to get in there, and it's just going to help moisturize and protect the leather and add a little bit of a shine to it. You can do the entire boot with this. Everywhere there's leather can be applied. You're just going to want to go around, rub it in circles into it. Keep applying just a little bit of olive oil as you go around. if you look at it, you have a shinier, new, basically looking shoe. All right, thanks for everyone for coming to see the video on how to clean your leather boots and remove salt from it.